something, there will be a reaction. It may happen the same day, or it may after several years we may get the reaction. Or if we really understand our Shastra, it may even happen in our next birth. We don't know. Is there a next birth? We'll discuss that also a little bit when we read 15:8. So the first 6 chapters are considered as a karma yoga, but within that, Krishna also talks about jnana. He also talks about dhyana. He also talks about bhakti. Ultimately, bhakti is nothing else but love. When there is love, you will be able to understand everything perfectly. Without love, everything becomes very mundane. There is no connection. Even the job, we all work. When we work with love, it works best. The output is best. But if you don't love anything, nothing works, right? So the first 6 chapters are considered karma. The middle 6 chapters, 7 to 12, are considered as bhakti. Again, acharyas are referring to like a jewel box. In India, you will see the Matajis would keep their precious jewels in a box. So the box has got the upper cover, the container, and they close it. And what is inside? That is jewel. Like that, the middle 6 chapters, 7 to 12, is considered as the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, which has got a lot of verses referring to bhakti. What shall one do? Especially chapter 9, Krishna says, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. He repeats that again in the end also as a reminder. And the last 6 chapters, which we are going through right now, from 13 to 18, it is called Jnana. All these are one and the same. We cannot be doing karma yoga and doing all nonsense thing in our life. It will not work. Same thing, we can say bhakti, but just saying mantra is not enough. We have to have the proper knowledge that I'm trying to connect with the supreme divinity, Krishna, Lord Krishna. And again, jnana, just we are not scholars or research people. We want to really understand. A mother would not try to understand her children technically, but she knows everything. What my child is doing, why did he cry today, why he did not cry today. Mom knows everything. That's also a knowledge. That is happened because of love. So ultimately, all the karma, jnana, dhyana, bhakti, all combined, it works together, integrated. Ultimate is bhakti because that is what is the love. If there is no love, the activity does not become fully complete. So we are in chapter 15, devotees, where this is also called Purushottama Yoga. Here, our founder of ISKCON follows what is called the Gaudiya philosophy, beginning from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, this entire philosophy comes from Krishna to Brahma through Madhvacharya. Madhvacharya was also a great saint. After Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya came, then Madhvacharya. So we take the principle. What is the main principle of Madhvacharya? That everybody is the same, meaning we are all part and parcel of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, but yet we are not Lord. We are not God. How is that? I'm also part and parcel of it. We are just like a drop of ocean. An ocean and drop of ocean, technically they are the same, but a drop is very limited. It won't be able to do much. Can a ship sail on a drop of water? No. Can a drop of water create waves? It will not be able to possible. But is it same? Yes, qualitatively it is same, but quantity-wise, so insignificant. So we have the qualities of the Lord, but we are not Lord. That is why chapter 2, it is considered as the summary of Bhagavad Gita. It explains everything, who we are. Unless we are clear in our mind who we are, it's very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita. Why? Chapter 2 says we are Jiva Atma. Jivatma. Same like Paramatma. But Paramatma is everything. Paramatma knows everything, each and every entity. Jivatma knows little bit about himself or herself. It's a little bit. We even don't know about ourselves. We have so many mechanisms inside our body. Our mind has got so many components. In a fraction of a second, we think billions of things. Right now, we may be listening to this, but our mind is, somewhere else. How does that happen? Who controls it? It's all comes from Paramatma. So we have to understand that we are part and parcel of Krishna, but our quality is purest. The Jiva Atma is the purest, same like Paramatma, pure, absolute pure. But what is the problem here? The problem is we are in this material world. That is what Krishna is explaining. In 15.6, let's go to little bit back to 15.6. In 15.6, Krishna says, the supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. So Krishna is saying the source for all this illumination. The word illumination does not necessarily mean light. It's a light of awareness. Okay, that is the perfection. When you reach the perfect level of self-realization, that is the light. Okay, and where does it come from? It comes from the top spiritual world. This manifestation that we are in right now, Bhuloka, it is one of the planets in the 14 planetary system. It starts in this material manifestation from Brahmaloka, which is also called Satyaloka. Then it goes all the way, it comes down. We are in Bhuloka. Below Bhuloka, there are again 7 planets. They are lower, they're called the lower planets. The Atala, Patala, Sutala, then it ends up with Patala. Not good. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go down. Whether it is material world, whether I'm working in an office, we always want to go up. Do we want promotion or demotion? Promotion is higher planet, Swarkaloka, Maharaloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, things like that. Then we come to Satyaloka. But Krishna is talking about beyond that. These are all material. This will all be created and also annihilated at the end. We might have heard this phrase, God. G stands for generator, O for observation, and D for destruction. And in a very common way, they say that Brahma is the generator, Vishnu, Krishna is the observer, and Shiva is the destroyer. Those are all just the guna. But beyond this is where the spiritual world is. It starts from Brahmajyoti, then Vaikuntha, then Ayodhya, then on the top is Goloka Vrindavan, where Krishna and Srimati Radharani and all the devotees, they spend their pastime there. So that is what Krishna is talking about here, that his supreme abode is not just by our moon. What we see is only sun and moon. But the actual light, illumination comes from the upper spiritual, topmost spiritual platform. So here he is also talking about that in this material manifestation, there are 2 categories. One who are realized and one who are not realized. It could include all the animals. Our Shastra says science also coincides with that. They share the same thing. They said there are about 8.4 million species. Species meaning types of species, different. Some on water, some on earth, some can fly. And we are also part of it. We are one species of when Krishna says Jiva Loke, we are also part of that. Animals are also part of it. So he says there are 2 types here. One who realize, self-realized, become more Krishna consciousness. The other one, they are just leading the material life, or they can even go to the lower platform, the Patalas. So in 15.7, Krishna is saying very powerful verses. Mama eva amso jiva loke. Mama eva. That means my certainly you are all this jiva loke. All the living entities are part and amsa means the fragmental components. We are part. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachate. Meaning, yes, this is all is one energy, one entity. Krishna, when he shows the Vishwarupa, which we saw in chapter 11, is showing everything. Arjuna is completely shocked. He does not know what to do, which one to look. Krishna is showing him all the planets, from Satyaloka to down, and all the munis and the rivers and the mountains and everything in one side. So here, Krishna is saying, these are all my only part and parcel of you are there. But he's saying this is Sanatana, eternal. So it does not mean fragmental. Amsa does not mean it has lost its quality. No, we don't never lose our quality. We are now covered with material contamination. What are the material problem? We are covered with the Sattva Guna, the Rajaguna, and Tamaguna. Throughout 24/7, these three gunas comes and attack us. Now we are slightly in a better guna, Sattva Guna. We are trying to read some Bhagavad Gita. After half an hour, before we go to bed, we get some kind of an argument with our family member or friends. Everything is gone. Bhagavad Gita is out of our mind. How can we get into the ego mode? Why she said like that, or why he said like that? I'm better. Why they are criticizing me? So these are all begins. So Krishna says, Karsati, it's struggling. All along we are actually struggling in this material world. Why? Because our Atma is very pure. It's not satisfied with getting a good house in New Tampa or having a very nice latest model car, or you may have the best of the best job. These are all good. These are all good achievement. We need this in our material life. But beyond this, we have to see, who am I? What is my ultimate purpose of my life? That is to understand the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is what is Krishna saying here. So the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, we are now conditioned. They are struggling very hard with six senses. We are the Panchabhuta, right? The earth, water, fire, air, ether, and so on, plus the mind. So this is covered. It's covered. The soul is not able to fully know its potential, who the soul is. So Krishna is saying, one who can really come out of it, he will reach the ultimate spiritual abode. So in 8, which is today's verse, devotees, let us read what Krishna is saying. Krishna is continuing the same philosophy, that who we are and what is the purpose of our ultimate goal of our life. Devotees, who can read 15:8?
I can read, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam.
Oh, sure. Who is reading? You can read, Mataji. Please go ahead.
Okay. Shariram yadvapnoti yachapyat kramatiishvaraha gruhitvaitani sanyati vayurgandhani vashayat.
Haribol, Mataji. Very nice, Mataji. Devotees, shall we take 2 more devotees can read this? Sheila Mataji and Sunita Mataji, if you want to read also, please participate.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Shariram ed avapnoti yaschapyutkramatishwarah gruhitvaitani samyati vayur gandham ivashvayat. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Mataji. Devotees, one more, shall we take?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, then I can try, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Shariram yad avapnoti yachapye ukta dharmat svishvara grihivi nanti samyati vayur gandhan ivas sayat. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Very nice, Prabhu. Devotees, we are not, I mean, some of you might be very in a higher level of reading Sanskrit, but if you're like me, we have very trouble saying all the Sanskrit words. But that is so wonderful that our Acharya Srila Prabhupada is given very nice word by word. This is one way of really understanding what the Sanskrit verse means. Sariram, we met, in Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Bengali. The Sharira is a very common phrase, but right now we may not be able to understand. But when you read word by word, it will make much better sense. So, devotees, why not one of the devotee read the synonym and translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read.
Sure.
The synonyms and translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Sariram, the body, yat, as. Avapnoti, gets, yat, as. Chapi, also. Utkramati, gives up. Ishvaraha, the Lord of the body. Grihitva, taking. Itani, all this. Samyati, goes away. Bhayu, the air. Gandhan, smells. Eva, like. Asyayat, from their source. Translation: the living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another.
Very nice, Mataji. Hari Bol. Devotees, not a long purport. Who can read? One devotee can read the purport.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
can I read, Prabhuji?
Oh, sure. Definitely.
Okay. Here the living entity is described as Ishvara, the controller of his own body. If he likes, he can change his body to a higher grade, and if he likes, he can move to a lower class. Minute independence is there. The change his body undergoes depends upon him. At the time of the death, the consciousness he has created will carry him to the next type of the body. If he has made his consciousness like that of a cat or a dog, he is sure to change to a cat's or a dog's body. And if he has fixed his consciousness on godly qualities, he will change into the form of a demigod. And if he is in Krishna consciousness, he will be transferred to Krishna Loka in the spiritual world and will associate with Krishna. It is a false claim that after the annihilation of the body, everything is finished. The individual soul is transmigrating from one body to another, and his present body and the present activities are the background of his next body. One gets a different body according to karma, and he has to quit this body in due course. It is stated here that the subdue body, which carries the conception of the next body, develops another body in the next life. This process of transmigrating from one body to another and struggling while in the body is called karsati, or struggle for existence.
Very nice reading, Prabhu. You want to share some thoughts on this, Prabhu?
Sure, Prabhuji. Sure. So it says in this material world, right? The Atma is a continuous between the lives. So how Atma will be transforming into another body is depending on what Atma is conscious about at the time of the death. Importantly, this life is as a result of consciousness of the past life. So it will, if you are a Krishna conscious, then you will be attained to the Krishna Loka, and from there, your next life will be decided, right? So what I did not understand is where this cycle actually ends.
Okay. Definitely, we'll discuss that, Prabhu. But your thoughts are good. We can take some more comments, and then definitely, where will this end? It's called Samsara Sagar. Like the waves, the ocean never stops. And Krishna himself saying that it's a karsati, meaning it's a constant, eternal. In 15:7, Krishna is using the word Sanatana. Sanatana means eternal. That's why our dharma is called Sanatana Dharma. Actually, Hindu is a very recent phrase given by somebody else. There is no single word called Hindu in the Shastras. But we have accepted now, so that we should not say, I'm not a Hindu anymore. We have come to the understanding that Hindu is the remnants, is the whatever used to be called at Sanatana Dharma. That is what in the recent times it has been practiced as Hinduism. It's not different, the same. But the quality, based on the yugas, the quality of that kind of an understanding, it goes downgrades. It is not the perfect understanding. That is why we need, but our Shastra is amazingly powerful because it's coming from Krishna only. This Bhagavad Gita, many people would think it was only spoken 5,000 years ago, if at all. No, this is eternal. Not this yuga, not previous yuga, ever. Krishna already has said in chapter 4, I have given this to Vivaswan. And this kind of cycle happens eternally. This is not a one-time deal. We'll talk about that. Very interesting. Karma also is a very interesting concept. We'll discuss about that. Now, why not we take some more comments? Raghu Prabhu, I saw you somewhere here. You want to share something, Prabhu?
Yeah, I'm here. Hare Krishna devotees. Yeah, this is a very nice verse about transmigration. And Krishna gives a nice analogy about how air carries different aromas. We know that air, when it's springtime, it passes over flowers and so on. We get the smell in the air. I mean, the air. And so the air is carrying that aroma. Similarly, the spirit soul is going to carry the whatever it's experienced in this body, the consciousness, the subtle body, into the next. And we have our independence. We have some independence. We have minute independence, as it is described here. But then we misuse that minute independence. Instead of we might be totally materially conscious, and for some reason or other, we may commit acts that are totally materially dependent, and we may accordingly get a body which is consistent with that. But if we change our consciousness so that we are good citizens, good people, charitable, then we might go into the upper planets and get a demigod type of body. And if we can go above that, get into Krishna consciousness and practice it with great sincerity, then at the end of life, then we are thinking of Krishna, and we have a chance of getting of not coming back again. We know that's not easy, but that is a possibility with Krishna consciousness. Those are my thoughts. Thank you.
Very nice, Prabhu. Yes. Whatever you do throughout your life, that is what you are going to remember. When the body, when the soul leaves the body, that is what we will remember. Let's say a person every day, every week, he goes to bar and drink. Okay, there is no, some people might say in the modern society, what is the wrong in if I drink, what happens? Nothing happens. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not doing any unethical things. I'm not doing any illegal things. It is allowed by the government. I'm paying money. I'm just drinking. I feel good sometimes. Okay, that's okay, that's fine. But at the end, when your soul will leave, sometime each one of us have to leave. Every jiva, Krishna says, Mama Amsa Jiva Loke. So every part and parcel of all animals, of course, animals are not, they do not come under the consciousness. It's a different concept. They are, because of karma, they have got some body, the form of an animal. But we, Krishna, the human form is very, very rare, very unique, because Krishna has given us, above the mind, intelligence, and intellect, he has also given what is called a consciousness. Animals also have consciousness, but on a much lower platform. We have a much elevated consciousness. The more and more higher we go, that is what this Krishna is saying. So in this life, if my life is entirely going to be observed in this material activity, sense gratification, that is what we will get. Let's say you are a very good human being, but very materially attached, you will get another human form, next birth. Now the question is that why do I even care about next birth? Who cares whether if I'm born as a cat or a dog? I'm not going to remember. Right now, there are so many dogs we see on the street. They are like pets somewhere. Do we care? Do we think, oh, this dog was a human being at some point of time? We don't know. We don't want to know. But that's not the point. The point here is that at this moment, we have been given this phenomenal opportunity, amazing opportunity to elevate ourselves. Are we going to miss that opportunity? Or we just continue what we are? Then why do we even need this human body? Right? Krishna has given this. Otherwise, we could be just like animal. Animal also come. They just leave their, if it is a dog, it will bark. If it's a bird, it will fly, it will take. It has got also its own family for some time. They all live in a nest in a tree. Alligators, Florida, every pond will have some kind of an alligator. So many species living in and around there. They also live. But the point is that then what is the purpose of this human form? There must be some purpose, right? Many philosophies, they don't understand karma. There are so many religions, they say God, yes, we believe in God, but there is nothing called karma. It's just a one-time thing. We come here, the God wants us to experience something, we are gone after that. Then if that is the case, why would God create so many people with so many different situations? Some people are born extremely beautiful, extremely powerful, very rich. Is God illogical? Is he whimsical that he will just create somebody, he will make somebody suffer all life? What kind of, that doesn't make much sense. Whereas our Shastra gives a beautiful understanding why we take this birth. That is because what we have been doing all the time, maybe in my previous karma, maybe we did some good thing, Krishna gave us a body, human form again. Very good. Now it is by reading Bhagavad Gita, now we understand, hey, I can do much more with this body. I can get myself elevated. Here, Srila Prabhupada is saying, and if we get our mind fixed on the consciousness and godly qualities, we will become higher planets, But if we are going to misuse this, it's a missed opportunity, golden opportunity we are missing. And we don't know when we'll get that human form, because our karma is a very complex thing. It's a big baggage. We don't know. We might have done so many things in our past, not only this life, previous life also. When it will come and attack us, we don't know. In the end, only Krishna will know. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavan. If somebody is thinking about gambling all the time, there is a good possibility that he will only be thinking about gambling when he leaves his body. Same thing for anything. You may like the sports very much. Nothing wrong with sports, again. Sports is a good thing. There is, again, people will always debate. What is the problem? Why cannot I watch? You can. But the purpose of this human form is just not to watch few things and get attached with material activity. You can do that for some time, But our main purpose, what is my main goal? My main goal is to achieve the highest planet, understand who am I. Otherwise, we'll be fish out of water all the time. We can try. We can get money. We can get a good house, very good cars. We have nice family. Our kids are going to Ivy schools and college. But still, are we happy? Devotees, is there anybody here always happy in this group right now? Always.
Yes, Prabhuji. 100%.
Oh, you are different, Prabhu. You are elevated. But generally, we always, whatever we get, when we came here, most of us came to this country for economic reason. We got our first job. We were very happy. Did that end there? No. We want more money. Then we got an apartment. Then we got a bigger house. Are we happy now? No. Still our mind is saying, no, I want something more. Maybe my kids are not talking to me. Now I have everything. But my kids don't interact with me. That is one of the biggest challenge for Indian parents in Western countries. They have achieved the material, whatever achievement. But they are still not happy. Why? You have money. You have the car. Go and enjoy whatever you want to go out now. They're saying no. Why? Because my son and daughter, they are not talking to me. So there is always something that will only be relieved when we understand who we are. The moment we understand we are the Jiva Atma, part and parcel of the Supreme, all this arrangement, everybody is part and parcel of that arrangement. Then when you look at like that, you become somewhat detached and you become more attached to the higher concept. Otherwise, we'll be just entire life, we'll have some lamentation. When we think about, just our family or our only the specific groups I like, I'm not interested in about anything else. Again, that's also okay. Animals also live in a group. They like to be there. We would see the birds fly, at the sunset. They're all in a group also. They got some format, right? But again, what is the purpose of this human form, devotees? Krishna says the purpose of the human form is to understand the highest philosophy, that is Krishna. Once if we understand that everything is from Krishna, then we will understand everybody, will love everybody nicely, and will be eternally happy also. The quality of our Atma is Satchit Ananda. Sat is eternal, we are eternal. Chit is the knowledge, and Ananda is the complete happiness. Eternal. Not one day happiness, next day I'm not feeling I'm down, depression, nothing like that. Because that is the quality of Krishna, to be always blissful. So devotees, let us take few more comments. What are we supposed to do? What is karma?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
I want to share some thing about see, last month I have read Sri Ramayana. In Sri Ramayana, Sakshat Sri Sita Mataji also, she got Atyakarshana. It may be Telugu. Attracted by that golden deer. She one side, if you think, she know that the golden lady will not be there, even though she attracted. Like that, our human being.
Prabhu, we are not able to hear you. At least I am not able to hear you, Prabhu.
Voice breaking, Prabhuji.
What happened, Prabhuji? Subal?
Your voice is breaking. We cannot hear you.
Oh, Prabhuji. Now,
Yeah. Now we can hear him.
No,
Uh,
it is on and off, Prabhuji. You are speaking continuous, but he's stopping and then coming back again.
something wrong, Prabhuji. That is my request and to all our human. Atyakarshana means comparing, having a Range Rover. What about
Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol, Prabhu. I apologize for the interruption. Prabhu, your audio is not correct. So, see, maybe try to re-log in, try to log off and log in. Maybe your audio will get better. And we'll definitely.
Okay, Prabhuji, you please go on.
Because
go on,
we are not able to hear you fully. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
No. You're good, Prabhu. We want to hear from you. The best thing is that log off and log in again. So.
Okay, Prabhuji. Definitely. Hare Krishna. Please go
Devotees,
on.
Our Sairam Prabhu asked a very important question. What is the end? What is the end? Devotees, what is our end? We come here, we go, and then someday we have to leave. Is that the end?
No, Prabhuji. No. An end is a start of new thing. And how it is decided, what is that new thing is depend on how you ended, right? And the question was after going through the circles, right? Start end, and you realize one day, and then you go, and be in the Krishna conscious. And once you go to the Krishna conscious, is that an end? And what is the next form of material body that you are going to take? How can you stop coming to this material world by doing this? And when?
Okay, once if you become perfection in your realization, devotees, whatever path you take, people call it different name. They may call it salvation, they may call it nirvana, they may call it moksha. Krishna himself says in the last verse, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vadya. Aham tam sarva papyabhyo moksha isyami masucha. I will give you moksha. Moksha means you are outside this material world. There is no more material. If you are going to be thinking, I'm going to be very perfectly in Krishna consciousness, but still I want to come back, that is not perfection. Because our original, our Jivatma wants to be that in that spiritual platform only. So we have to go out of this material manifestation. We have to be in the spiritual platform where Vaikuntha is, where Goloka Vrindavan is, and where we can be always with all positive things only with devotees and thinking and interacting with Krishna. That is the goal. Now, who will do that? By just chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra or chanting some mantra, Sankirtan, will I go there? We don't know. Maybe somebody might be able to go. The question is that how pure are you able to do that? Shabri did not know much. She was very intelligent, but she was not an author in all these scriptures and things like that. She used to taste the berries and wait for Lord Rama for several years. When will Rama come? And Rama was very pleased. That is because her desire, her mood was completely pure. She did not do anything for herself. So like this, Bhakta Prahlad, he was very young, but his mind was always involved with Lord Hari. He did not have any fear. So from Shastras, we understand that the perfection comes when we accept, when we understand and accept that the Supreme Divinity is Krishna, and by working for him. What do you mean by working for Krishna? We are in this material world, we have to go to work tomorrow, but we will work according to Krishna's instruction, not just chase after money and name and fame. Still, we will do our best. If you become successful, very good. But work with that consciousness that everything is been given by God, and I will also contribute everything to God. With that, that is what is perfect consciousness. But in this material world, it does not allow us to think like that. The moment we make more and more money, all our money, life is spent on two things: to achieve something materially, then to protect it. But we never think beyond those two. I got some money. Now I have to protect my all bank account and my savings and retirement savings account. Have we ever thought about how I came here with nothing? I have been given so much. Can I just distribute everything to the society? There are some people who do like that, But this is beyond even that. Consciously, with a pure consciousness, can I give it back everything to God, surrender to God? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna is already giving what is the best way to get perfection. Okay? Just by saying I'm in Krishna consciousness or just chanting, it's very good. Chanting is very powerful. But we have to also make our mind very pure. What is Krishna saying? 4 things. Manmana bhava. Surrender the mind to Krishna. When you surrender, it is like watering the roots of a tree. Once if you water the roots, the entire tree becomes very, very, lively. The branches get the nutrition, the flowers get the nutrition, the leaves get the nutrition, the entire tree is very, very, it remains very lively. But if you're going to water the leaves individually, I like this particular flower very much, I'll just water the flower, the tree will die very soon. Similarly, our consciousness, if we can surrender everything to Krishna, he will distribute to everybody. You may love all the entities, but how can we love? By loving Krishna. So devotees, shall we take little more comments? I've been talking most of the time. I apologize, but Sunita Mataji, you want to say something? Sheila Mataji, whatever thoughts you have, this is more of a discussion. Okay, Nandini Mataji, you want to enlighten us?
No, Prabhu, I'm listening mode. It's very nice. You said some very nice things. Thank you so much.
Hey, Bhashwati Mataji, you want to add something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanyavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji, very nicely you said all the points. Prabhuji, you cover all the points. And as Prabhuji asked, where is the end? So it's Srila Rupa Goswami's Nectar of Devotion. It's a very famous sloka. Anya Vilashita Shunyam Gyana Karmadhyana Britam Krishna Anushilam Bhakti Uttama. So when that love will come, where there will be no avilash, no hidden desire, to love Krishna with pure bhakti, with pure love, when that awakens in our life, that time everything will be in this material world will be meaningless and will be surrendered completely to the Lord, to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And that is only possible to end this. I can cut the cycle of birth and death and will be able to go to the spiritual world. And for that, continuous practice of Krishna consciousness is very important. With Acharya's mercy, with Guru's mercy and association of devotees, continuous practice is very important, Prabhu. So that way we can be able to cut this cycle of birth and death. And as you said, like the consciousness we have in this world, so that way Prabhupada is explained in the purport that whatever consciousness we'll have, especially at the end of our life, my life, what I am thinking, that consciousness will go to my next life. And that way, life after life, I'll take another body, and depends upon, as Prabhupada explained in the purport, depend upon my past deeds, I'll get another body. So as you said, like who cares? Because I will not know like whether which body I will get. I'll not remember anything. But but um but when we'll be able to achieve that goal of life and go back to Godhead, that I heard from senior devotees, it's a lot of happiness. It's like countless happiness they will get in the Golok Vrindavan. Or in other way, devotee always says like Bharam Deva Moksha Na Moksha Madimba. Satyavatamruni says in Damodarashtakam, I do not want the liberation. I just want to see your face, lotus face, O Gopal. So that's devotee's desire. Wherever, whatever you gave me, wherever I was born, and I just want to serve you, Hey Krishna, and rest you can decide. But consciousness should be pure. That should be our goal in this life. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Very nice, Mataji. Yeah. Baldesva Prabhu, would you like to add something more to me?
No, Pooja, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Nicely explained.
So, devotees, this is a rare opportunity for us. We have this human form. We have some knowledge about what Krishna is trying to say here, or we are trying to understand what Krishna is saying here, and we should make best use of it. Or we can just leave it also. How many of in this world, I think right now the population may be about 8 billion. How many of them are really thinking about all the soul and Paramatma, and I want to know who am I? I want to be eternally happy. They are thinking, oh, let me take one day at a time. Who cares? If I can be happy today, I'm fine. I don't want anything. But are you even happy today? That's the question we have to ask. No, unfortunately not. We are again fish out of water. We can feed the fish with anything outside the water. We can give him the best of the best food. It will not like it. The fish will be only relieved when it is put again back to water. Our situation is like that. Only when we reconnect with the Supreme God who has created us, then everything will be okay. Then we will understand what is love, how I can love everybody. Who is my family? Everybody is my family. The entire creation, Panditaha Samadarshina, Krishna has already said. You will be able to see everybody equally. Then there is nothing called hatred. There is nothing, because everything you belong to, everybody is yours, you are everybody's. Theoretically, in this material world, it may sound impractical, but that is what we are. Once if you understand your original quality, constitutional position, that is what it is. You will be always happy. You will not feel jealous or hatred. Why would we hate? Because the other person is also part of the same entity. We all belong to one. But right now, we are in this mood of I versus him or her. So this is what Krishna is calling, what is the Kama Esa, Krodha Esa, attachment of towards you. Once if we slowly diminish that kind of a quality, become more spiritually mature, understand your position, understand everybody's position, then that's what Krishna saying, that is the successful. You don't have to go through the scarcity, no more struggle. We'll be eternally happy and we will know who we are. We are meant to be completely knowledgeable, eternal, and joyful. That is the ultimate goal of Bhagavad Gita, is to reconnect ourselves with the Supreme Lord. That's the main purpose. And human body is the best format for doing it. Let's not miss this.
I'd like to add something.
Sure.
Slightly off topic, but it was discussed in Alachua temple this morning. So I'm adding. And it's a very wonderful topic. In Brahma Samhita, can you see my screen? Oh.
No, you want to share? Yeah, go ahead, share the screen, Mataji.
Yeah, we can
see. Yeah. Can we
Okay.
see?
So
Yes,
Brahma Samhita 556. It says Shriyakanta That shloka from Brahma Samhita. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo. That one. And then the shloka comes to Nimishardhakyo Va Vrajati Nahi Yatrapi Samyaha. And this translation is that in the spiritual world, there is eternal existence of transcendental time, who is ever present and without past or future. Hence, it is not subject to the quality of passing away, even for the space of a half a moment. Now, moment itself is 1/11th of a second, or less than a second for sure, and half of that. So time doesn't pass in spiritual world. When you were just talking about going back to Godhead, and why it is so that because we don't live in the past, we don't anchor for what we have lost, and we don't worry about the future. So that's how there is no past and future, and that's the world we want to go back to. I don't know how to stop sharing here. Yeah. And so important thing to do, if this is in line with what you just said, is when we chant, not to hanker for future, not to worry, and just being present with Krishna, and so that we can experience the eternal truth and what is our real state. Thank you, Prabhu. I hope that was not off topic too much.
Oh, no, it was very much relevant, Mataji. Yes, eternal, that is our quality. We always feel we are eternal, right? That nothing, I am going to live forever. We see somebody passing away, but our mind says, not me. I am going to be here forever, because that is our original, quality, that we are eternal. But to really enjoy that one, we have to go to the upper, the Goloka Vrindavan, Ayodhya, Vaikuntha, and so on. But that kind of an experience, we can enjoy it right now. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. He said that just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You will have the same ananda that people can have in the entities, the Jivatmas, the ananda that they will get in Goloka Vrindavan. You can get it here. We have seen thousands and millions of devotees have taken up just chanting, and they are very happy. They say, yes, Prabhu, we are out of depression. What is depression? Yesterday's problems. I didn't do something right. I fought, all those things. Anxiety is tomorrow. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. My boss is very bad. So many thinking, right? But as Mataji said, when you are in the moment right now, can I chant very nicely? Devotees, why not we chant one time all together and we can conclude the session? How about that? Let us chant thinking about Krishna. Don't think about anything else. No yesterday, no tomorrow. Just now. Let's chant together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,